The way that you guys are rewatching last night's Crows
No,
game.
it's literally a thing. Like, if the Crows win, we're spending the next day watching the game on replay. We would do it the night of.
Okay.
Like, Nikki will bring home McDonald's and we'll analyse the game play by
Stop.
play. But you can't, record things on Foxtel from the app.
Yeah.
So we have to wait the night for the replay to upload.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, I did my food shop. Hello, everyone, by the way.
I did my food shop today. Oh my God, let's talk.
Yeah, okay, great. So I did my food shop, and on the way out, there's a Charlesworth Nuts.
Where do you do your food shop?
I go to Colonnades.
Okay, yeah.
And the
That's so
smell
far.
is so hypnotizing, but it's got everything. It's got Coles, it's got Woolies, and it's got Aldi.
Okay, fair enough.
So I've got
Facts.
all the choices. Anyway, I smell Charlesworth Nuts every time I leave, and I'm like, no, you know what? Today I'm gonna buy something.
Yeah.
How fucking good are cashews?
I can't comment. I don't eat them enough.
Oh my God, unreal. But then it got me thinking, how do cashews grow?
I'm going to picture a tree and the cashews just hang off the tree.
You reckon they're just there and you just
Yeah.
pick them?
Yeah.
Because they're not like a peanut. Hey, they don't come in a shell.
Yeah, no,
Do
they
they-
do come in a shell.
Do they?
You can get shelled cashews.
No. Really? No. I think you're thinking of a peanut.
No, I'm not thinking of a peanut. There's definitely a nut that I've eaten before and it's not peanut.
Maybe a hazelnut?
No, it's definitely. I think it's a cashew. You know what? I
Nah,
have my laptop right in front of me.
Yeah, I think you need to fact check that.
I always forget that we can just fact check.
I can't.
Um,
It rocks me that nuts grow on trees. Do they grow on trees?
I was going to write how a cashew is born. How do cashews grow?
I want a cashew tree.
Oh, shit.
Show me.
Dude.
Show me.
This is fucking nuts.
Show.
Okay, so they do grow on a tree.
Someone just gives birth to cashew. What?
So imagine, for the listeners, imagine a capsicum crossed with an apple.
Yeah.
And it's growing upside down in the shape of a pear. And the big bottom of it, there's a cashew growing out of its arsehole.
So I'm eating a dingleberry. Wow.
You're eating hemorrhoids, effectively.
I have hemorrhoids.
Do
Wow.
cashews have shells?
Oh, no.
Hang on, don't. Okay, yeah, nah, they don't. What was I
Wow.
thinking of? What nuts have shells?
Pistachio.
Maybe it is a pistachio.
I love a pistachio as well.
Pistachio.
I like
in
working for it.
shell.
It feels like a reward.
I was thinking of a pistachio.
Yeah.
Apologies to the pistachio community out
Love a pistachio.
there. See,
Pistachio.
I don't mind a pistachio. Hate pistachio ice cream.
Love.
I've actually never had it, but I'm going to say I hate
Okay.
it.
What? Rude. Anyway, that's my only thought that I've had this week.
I did my food shop today, which is very uncommon.
Yeah.
I always do mine on a Monday.
Yeah.
But I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I'm going to go get a coffee. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm going to go do
You're
a
already
food
out,
shop
doll.
because I wanted to have bacon and eggs for breakfast and needed some more eggs. And I was going to just grab that. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to do my whole food shop, right?
Yeah.
So then I went and and I went and did my whole food shop.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am a whole new woman now. I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
So I moved out of home, 6 years ago? Okay. And when I first moved out, a lot of my kitchen utensils were from Kmart, right?
Yes.
I haven't replaced them in the 6 years, and half of all of my cups pretty much were just the free ones you get from Hungry Jack's.
Yeah.
I live like a frat boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, when we went to Marion yesterday, I bought...
Caitlin was adding to cart like it was running out of fashion.
And I was the bitch on the way there that was like, we're not going to spend any money.
Yeah.
I bought new cutlery from Harris Scarf. I bought a pizza tray for the oven. I bought a pizza cutter. I bought a new oven tray because my Kmart one was literally rusted.
Rusty, dusty, crusty.
Bought a proper roast tray. Anyway, I was like, I have all these fun new things.
I love that.
So I did that, and then I bought new things to bake. Just packet bake. Let's not get excited.
Yeah.
So I bought raspberry and chocolate chip muffins. I haven't done those yet, but I made brownies.
Yum.
My roast is currently in my oven cooking. Let's hope my house doesn't burn down. I have my security camera set up in my living room so I can watch it.
You can watch your house burn.
And I left the back door open for Benji should he need to evacuate. Anyway, so I forced mum and dad to come over tonight.
I love that.
I'm like,
I'm cooking for you.
this is now a dinner party.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know if you want roast for dinner, but
Brilliant.
if you do, I'm cooking so much.
Let's see how I feel. Because again, I'm in my home already.
That's so fair.
You know what I mean? We'll see.
So I don't blame you for that at all.
But you know what? You've already meal prepped.
Well,
even with guests.
I was going to say, it's not necessarily meal prepping when mum and dad are coming over.
You have leftovers though.
I ration their servings.
One sliver of each thing.
Dad's like,
enjoy
what the
that.
fuck? And I'm like, someone's going to eat this week, Mark. But I actually have a question for you. And
yes.
So it came up.
Oh, I'm scared. What have I done?
This came up on my TikTok this week, and I always think about it, but I always forget to talk to you about it.
Yeah, okay.
When you're on a flight, are you recline your chair or not recline your chair person?
It depends on how long the flight is. If it's overnight, I'll recline.
Okay.
If it's not, I'll figure it out. Truth be told, if I'm sat still enough, I'll fall asleep regardless of what position I'm in.
Okay, but do you get pissed off if the person in front of you reclines?
Like, for a little bit, but then I'm like, you know what, so fair. Because if they recline, then I can recline because, like, you're taking up my space, and now I need to make more space.
Yeah.
What about you?
I will recline. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if
you're the
flight's
fucker
30
that's
minutes.
reclining the minute that seatbelt sign gets turned off.
I
You're
don't
like,
care if it's a 9-hour flight. I will be reclined at all times. A, because it's my God-given right.
Yeah, facts.
B, I have lower back issues.
Yeah.
Okay. Sitting up so vertical like that for extended periods of time, it's not happening.
You know what? We've got Fiji coming up soon, right?
I'll be reclining all my flights.
I think I want to bid for a business class seat.
You tell me how to do it and we'll do it.
Yeah, I think we bid.
Okay.
I think it'd be...
You get it and I don't. Me reclined in my economy seat.
In the fetal position.
Taking 2 Voltaren just to get through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay, I just wanted to know where you stand on that because I'll recline. I don't care.
Yeah, no, that's so fair.
I don't care if everyone else gets pissed off at me because frankly,
what are you gonna do? I'll fight you on this plane.
If I wasn't allowed to recline, it wouldn't be an option.
It wouldn't let me.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's all my life updates. I'm in my cooking era.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm in my house era. I want to get...
Can you have me over for dinner tomorrow night instead?
Yeah. What do you want? I'll make you a pasta.
A croquembouche.
Okay, I'm making you a pasta.
Yeah,
I'll make you something for dinner tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll come over for dinner tomorrow night.
I want...
And we can have like a retirement dinner where it's at like 4 p.m. because I'm off work. Oh, we can do it. We'll do it after Pilates.
Facts.
Yeah, period.
Not this pay because I've already spent all my money for
Facts.
the month. Next pay.
Yeah.
I want plants for my open living area.
Say less.
But I want big ones. And I know that they won't come big.
No, I probably can't. No, they would need to be smaller. I was going to say I could propagate some for you from that one. But
like even if I bought one like that, right?
You're looking at a lot of money for it to be that size.
No, but like I can buy it smaller.
Yeah.
Right?
They are honestly, monsteras are so easy to grow. Like I neglect that.
Okay.
Like an abusive boyfriend.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Facts.
And she loves it.
I want 2 plants in my living room. I've already decided in my mind where they're going to go. And then I also down the track want to get a full length mirror.
Yes.
I already know where that's going to go in my mind.
I
need a rug.
I love that. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now we can make that happen. We can make that happen within budget as well.
Thanks. I'm definitely in my home area. I want to
I want to make it funky.
I just want to ease out of frat boy era and into... I'm literally turning 30. I can't be drinking out of a Hungry Jack's cup anymore. That's disgusting.
Each their own. We want to change that and have like a long black one so it goes to the edge over there. And then we can put like frames and stuff on top of it.
Danika's talking about her TV unit. Everyone.
And have the pot plants on top as well.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. And then we'll invest in new side tables because...
Someone broke... I don't know who. We're still investigating that.
Disrespect.
It wasn't me.
Anyway.
I also need to get some candles. Sorry. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Love.
Keep
love,
going.
love, love. For those of you watching this episode, you might see that I have 2 scarves on. and my neck feels very supported from all of the fabric
and
that
from
is
all
around
the
my body.
dubs that these teams have got this week.
Period. Let me get my notes up.
Round of applause, first of all, for Adelaide Crows and the Western Bulldogs. Wow, I wish I could be saying the same for Collingwood, but someone fucking let everyone down.
Who was it?
What do you mean?
Like, I didn't watch that game. Was it close?
They were up and then they got belted. Wait, let me find the score. Now that I've remembered that
I'll tell you about the Bulldogs and the Crows game, and then you can tell us about Collingwood.
AFL games this week. Yeah, go on.
So the Bulldogs beat North Melbourne, which I was very, going into it, I was like, I don't know. North Melbourne have been playing pretty good for the last couple of weeks. Like they've been real close to winning.
Yeah, but here's my thing, right? Even if North Melbourne play well, in my mind, I do not see them winning. Like it's just not going to happen.
It's like pigs flying.
Yeah.
But it was Aaron Norton came back from, I think, a knee injury.
Yeah.
And then Cody Waitman's been back. I think he came back the week before from his elbow injury. So we had a very strong team.
Yeah.
They did amazing. Libba, love of my life, had a great game as well. Heaps of disposals. And Bont, he was questionable as to whether he was going to play because he had back spasms during training.
Understand.
And I was like, wow, all of these guys are just very Caitlin Core. Anyway, he got the all clear to play, and he had an unreal game as well. So he played really well too. So round of applause. Good work, team. And then, Crows just pulled it out their ass. I did not tip them.
Neither did I.
I was sure that the Suns were going to win. We haven't won against the Suns since 2020.
Shit.
Right? And so MVPs for that game were Dawson, according to Nikki, who was at the game and giving us live coverage. He was just a one-man band, just doing everything.
Yeah.
He was stocking the shelves. He was mopping the floors. He was scanning the items.
I started playing Supermarket Simulator on my iPad.
How much fun is it?
I just scream. I'm filled with rage all the time. I can't play it.
And then Fog gets points for being Fog. Every time he comes on the screen, I'm just like, they just let this man just walk around.
The world melts. That man was sculpted.
Okay. Also, I need to hang on. Sideline. I need to show you this photo of Riley Thilthorpe. So I am so sorry to everyone who watched my sport coverage update when I said that Riley Thilthorpe was going to play this week, because I thought he was going to get selected because he is beautiful and deserves to play. Turns out, no, he's not good enough. Anyway.
But apparently he killed it in the SANFL game. He
played for Sanford. Well, he played on reduced time, which makes me think, okay, maybe he didn't play as great, but he got 3 goals.
Yeah, no. Brody was saying he played really well.
Look at that picture.
That's insane. And do you know what?
He's so happy.
We were going to go to this game, and I just, I knew that they were playing Adelaide, but it just didn't clock for me.
Oh my God.
That we could have seen him, and now I'm kicking myself. I would have literally dragged you out of the house if I had known.
Right? Oh my God. So he might play next week.
I hope so.
He might. Who's to say? But anyway, we won Samful as well. And anyway, sorry, back to my point. Yep, Fog gets points for being Fog. Hinge, very underrated player.
Okay.
Very underrated. Unlike the app can go fuck itself. The person, 10 out of 10.
Facts.
And then Rankin, as always.
As always.
God bless that man. And then Tax had a great comeback as well. He came back from his back injury too. And live, laugh, love.
Nice. I watched the second half of the Sydney versus Freo game.
That was a close one.
Because I'd backed Sydney.
Woo.
So I'd used a joker in my tips this round, the first of 2, and started off strong.
Mm-hmm.
I was won the first 2 first 2 games. I was sick. We're live, laugh, loving.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Sydney and Freo game happened, and Sydney had a kick right on the buzzer at full time. Didn't hit a thing. I don't even think that man fucking kicked it in the same direction as the goals. I don't know his name, but he fumbled it real bad, and I Like, you would think that Sydney was my team. I did at my iPad.
Well, they are if you're fucking tipping them.
I was distraught. And then it's been downhill for my tips since that moment. I have not.
Yeah.
Every game since then, I've lost a tip.
Suns fucking beating Collingwood. That's crazy.
I tipped Essendon. They lost against Geelong, 60 to 105. Stupidly, I tipped GWS because I didn't think that Adelaide had it in them. Like, I'm sorry, Adelaide. I love you to bits, but I didn't think you had it in
Yeah, no,
you.
me too.
I tipped Collingwood. They lost 90 to 101 against Gold Coast. I tipped St Kilda. They lost 60 to 62 against Port Adelaide. Like, what do you mean Port Adelaide pulled it out of the bag?
They won. Fuck.
Yeah.
That was such a close game as well. Oh,
Yeah.
my God. Damn.
So I'm not looking forward to the rest of this afternoon's games, to be completely honest with you.
I've tipped 3 wrong so far.
Oh, God, I wish that was it. So
God.
I should have just donated my Joker to someone else.
No, but really. Oh, yeah. But I mean, at least it kind of looks like you had a good round with the Joker.
I know, but it could have been so
It
much
could have been
more.
better. That's all right. You've got another one in your kit.
I would like to. I mean, the season's almost over in my eyes. However, I will not stop recruiting for Boyfriend League because there's just so many men in the league. I've got so many people to pick from.
Absolutely.
Alex Neil Bullen from Melbourne, number 30.
Hello. Welcome aboard.
Welcome
aboard,
You've been
Troop.
drafted.
Congratulations.
Welcome. We look forward to seeing you
Congratulations for serving our nation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that man.
You know who plays next week? Here?
Who?
Port versus Bulldogs.
Interesting.
Very interesting because I feel
What
like
dates are they?
I could make Libba fall in love with me from section 532 of Adelaide Oval. I vote
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm Googling.
we have an adventure.
Okay. I'm listening.
Yep, that's all I've got.
How much are tickets? Let's have a look.
Such a good question.
Let's see.
Not
Not right now.
State of Origin was on this week as well. That was a fun time watching what are they called? The Maroons?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, versus the
Do you
Blues.
say maroon or do you say maroon?
Maroon?
You say maroon.
Yeah.
Maroon.
But in the context of the team, I would say the Maroons. I don't know why. I'm not going to say the
It's
Maroons.
not red, it's not purple, it's
Maroon.
yeah, there you go. Thank you. So much fun watching the Maroons in the first half. 0 for fucking 32. 34. Whatever it was.
Sorry to interrupt. We could get general admission tickets, so on the hill, for $39 a pop.
Standing.
I cannot spend
I know.
significant amounts.
Nah, it's not worth it.
The Bulldogs play Adelaide at Adelaide Oval the weekend before we go to Fiji.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, keep going. Yeah, State of Origin was good to watch.
I love the rugby.
It's just so intense. It takes
yeah,
a minute
that's
to
what
get
I
used
love
to it.
about it. I'm like, yeah, fucking. I want to see brains on the on the grass.
The whole time, I was just feeling so nervous for everyone's brains.
It is
and heads.
insane how much they just roughhouse. Like a tackle in rugby, you would get 25 to life in AFL.
But also the way that they don't just tack you, they're dragging players across the ground. And I'm like, sir, please stop.
I get your point.
Yeah.
We need to stop.
Points have been made.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy.
My favourite thing about rugby, the sin bin, and the fact that it's a 10-minute timeout. I'm sorry, that is fucking
It's literally
hilarious.
like go in the naughty corner, think about what you've done, and then come back when you're ready to apologise.
and do it again.
I love it.
Oh man, I love that. When I was watching State of Origin, I was also watching Hello Sport Podcast do a live stream.
Because they go for New South Wales, don't they?
Yeah.
They would have been.
It was
fucking,
so funny.
yeah.
Like watching it anyway. So I was watching that at the same time. Just so much added value. And then now, because I've watched the game, now listening to Hello Sport Podcast, it actually makes sense. And I'm not just going along for the ha-has.
Yeah. So everyone's all square going into game 3, which makes it super exciting. I like when it's a bit of a
Yeah.
Who's going to win?
Yes.
But then the girly pop maroons, they came with a dub.
They did. I watched that while half cut at the work end of financial year dinner. Watching the women's, they were great.
Yeah.
Gotta get behind that.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Big fan. But not knowing anything about sports, but from what you've said about how like the Blues traditionally never win, and then also apparently how like Queensland, if they play really well the first game, they'll be quite reserved the second game, and then like they do really well at the final game. And someone at work said this as well. They're gonna win.
Well, I think they have like home advantage as well, because I think the third game, don't quote me on it, but I think it's in Brisbane.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
yes.
But they can't rely on that to, like...
I think they've got it in the bag.
Yeah, like, but... Yeah, just please don't play like you played in game 2. Oh, my God.
I know, I was watching it and
AKA
I was like...
not play at all.
Me not knowing the rules, I was like, when do they get a turn?
Where's the other team?
Yeah, how come the other team is always getting a turn and we're not? That's crazy.
Literally.
No, big fan of that.
In other sport news, I'm going to just whip this out because we're already kind of on the topic.
This is going to be a full sports podcast this week, guys.
Yes, so sorry. Bronny has been drafted to the LA Lakers. For those who don't watch the NBA, don't care, you're going to care now. Bronny is LeBron James's oldest son.
Yes.
So he's 19. He was the LA Lakers' 55th pick in the second round of the NBA draft. And if all goes to plan, LeBron James and Bronny will be the first father-son duo in NBA history.
On the court.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm not that surprised because LeBron's been really vocal about how he wanted to play with Bronny. He was like, 100%. I will do anything to make it happen. I think he was willing to switch teams to make it happen.
Yeah. And so Paul Rich is the agent for both Bronny and LeBron. Mm-hmm. And he was like doing the most leading up to the draft. So he would be calling up, like with the advice of Bronny, he would be calling up the other teams being like, do not pick Bronny in the draft selection. If you do, he's going to refuse to play. He's going to go to the NBL in Australia. Could you imagine rocking up to fucking the Adelaide Entertainment Centre to watch the 36ers and out rolls out Bronny? That's so jarring.
Oh, man. It would be a one-man team. It
really would. You wouldn't afford anyone else.
No. Do you know what? It would be great for the NBL. Like, it really would be.
Yeah.
To get more eyes and publicity on the NBL. And the NBL is actually a fantastic league. And I think it would have been really good for him to cut his teeth. Mm-hmm. Particularly creating a name for himself and not following, like, just following in LeBron's shadows. But look, you're not going to turn down a spot in the NBA, particularly when he's getting what he wants. I totally get it. I'm not going to poo-poo on it. I think if he had have come to the NBL, he would have either gone to Sydney, Melbourne or Tasmania.
Yeah, surely Sydney would have been...
Yeah, they've got the the only reason like Sydney I'm like maybe not is because that team is so stacked as it is.
Yeah.
I can't envision them like it would be a lot. It would almost be too much to then also have Bronny on the team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it would have gone to any of those. So look, as much as I would have loved to have seen Bronny in the NBL, also selfishly, it would have made it near impossible to get tickets to games. And that would really piss me off.
So there's further updates in this story as well.
Oh my God, love.
So LeBron had up until Saturday American time, so it would have been like some point today for us, to let the Lakers know what he's going to do next year, because it's his final year of his contract, but he's got like an option where he can either agree on it or he can become a free agent.
Okay.
So he's decided that he's going to opt out of his final year on his contract, which is worth $51 million, by the way.
Okay.
Or maybe 54. I think it's 54 million. And so now he's looking to renegotiate. So he's not renegotiating for what you think would be more money. He's renegotiating because he wants to sign a deal that's below the maximum so that they can open up more budget to get an impact player.
I was going to say that was my first
Because
thought.
now that Bronny's like signed up, now LeBron really wants to improve the roster so that they can potentially win.
All his eggs are going to go into making sure Bronny has like as good as, if not better, of a career than LeBron did, and like literally set him up for life.
Yeah. So I think he'll sign for less money and he'll sign for less years. But people are saying that, oh, well, if he's going to all of that effort to get someone, it's going to be someone that's an already an established player. So it's going to be a big name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, who's going to join the Lakers?
That's exciting.
It is. And I think, this is 100% going to, like the 24-25 season is going to be the one where I get back into the NBA.
Yeah. I think, all eyes will be on the Lakers this season.
Yeah. Call me a bandwagoner. I don't give a fuck.
Who cares? Everyone can shut up. I, in my heart of hearts, believe that this will be LeBron's last season.
Yeah.
And I think that after he does one season playing with Bronny, and then he'll go into just supporting Bronny, because as much as I think he wants to play with Bronny, I also think he is conscious of this isn't just me and him playing sport. Like, he will want Bronny to have his own moment.
Yeah.
I predict that he will then go on and like become a co-owner of the Lakers, or like whatever club
he'll do
nurtures
something.
Bronny. He's just going to put all of his eggs into that basket.
It'll be interesting.
It would be cool post-career to see LeBron get into commentating.
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
Yeah.
So even maybe a bit of coaching, but who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
Very excited for that. There are a lot of, it's like that period now where trades are happening.
Silly season is upon us.
Silly season is upon us. Both the NBL and the NBA moves are starting to happen. Trey Kell, who was playing with the 36ers this season, he's been moved over to Illawarra for a 1-year contract.
Bye now.
He was one of probably the stronger players on the 36ers roster this season. I'm not overly surprised. We haven't been able to retain.
We've fumbled the bag.
A roster like year on year. So unfortunately, I think it's going to be mostly a new set of people.
That's so hard, because I feel like that's our issue every single season, is like we get to a point where, okay, we're starting to like play better as a team and like mesh, and then people leave and you're like, oh, back to square one.
Yeah. And
like there's just no consistency.
Unfortunately, I think that'll be the case as long as management is what management is.
Yeah.
But with Scotty Ninnis being now the head coach, I do think that the team that they craft this year, Scotty Ninnis has the potential to make it a good team. They're not going to go to finals, but I think if they can finish on the upper half of the ladder this season, that will motivate core players to stay on. And I think Scotty Ninnis has done a really good job at changing the culture within the club, and people really respect him. So,
you know what we need? We need a mood board. We need a vision board of the Adelaide 36ers, and we need to win the players over with that. Like, I get that you want to leave, my dude, but look at the vision board. This is where we want to be. We are your journey, okay? Stay with us and reach your destination.
I want you to make a manifestation mood board on Pinterest for the 36ers, and then we'll send it to them.
It'll be like wads of cash. It'll
Happy
be
smiles.
Rings. It'll be a couple of rosés.
Yeah.
Actually, the 36ers vision board and my vision board are exactly the same thing. Period.
I would like to. I really don't think they're going to go to the finals, but I'd like to see them for once have a decent season.
Yeah.
Because that'll give the club, it'll give players, and it will give the fans hope that the following season.
Full stop.
Just full stop.
Just give them hope.
We just need that, and then we need to retain 80% of that team to then build on it.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Tasmania, right? We just need to do what Tasmania has done since its inception.
Yeah.
Or re-inception. And then it's all going to be fine.
Yeah.
It's all going to be fine. But we'll see. Who fucking knows? But I love this time of year. I love seeing who's getting picked for teams. love getting my little mitts on them. So we'll see what happens. I think that was it for...
I think that's it for sports.
I think that was it. Okay. Pop culture.
Poppy pop.
We're going to go right into it, and I'm going to kick things off with Danielle from Summer House. So as everyone knows, Danika and I are in our Summer House era, right? Big fucking fans of Summer House. One of the core cast members, Danielle, she's been in it since like season 2 or 3. She's announced this week that she will not be returning full time for Summer House for season 9. I can't even remember what she said, to be honest, but she just said that she wasn't returning full time.
Yeah, she pretty much said like, I can't give it as much, like it needs like full attention, and I just can't give that during filming. So it's not
because she's
like,
a CEO and a founder.
Yeah. Like if I'm going to be on the show, I need to give it 100%. And if I know that I can't do that, then I don't see a point in me doing it.
Yeah.
So
she has previously like gone off the show and only been on it part-time.
Yeah.
In like one of the previous seasons. To be honest, I didn't even actually fucking notice until she mentioned it in her post.
Look, I feel like she's getting she's copping a lot of, I guess, hate online. Or like people are happy that she's not returning and they're making content about it. But like, I kind of get it. Like if you're running a business and everything, I feel like, especially in the industry that she's in, I feel like, she wouldn't be able to give filming 110% on weekends. Like, I get it.
I think also, like, people are giving her shit because she created this app called Don, and the whole concept of it is very much like Cher's wardrobe from Clueless, where you take photos of everything in your wardrobe individually, and then the app will create outfits for you. Yeah. A lot of the discourse online is that people feel like Danielle isn't necessarily the most fashionable person to be giving fashion advice. Second of all, apparently the app isn't great. Like, you can't be like, give me an outfit for date night. Right. Give me an outfit for this. It will just randomize it. And all of this is just what I've read online. So if that's no longer the case, then sorry about that. But, so the app's not great, and so you take a not great product mixed with the fact that she really rubbed viewers up the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
Particularly this last season. This is the bit that I don't get, though, because in season 9, she had her moments, like when she was just being a full dick to Gabby and pulled the whole...
the latest season. Is that season 8 or season 9?
Sorry, season 8.
Okay,
sorry.
cool. Because I was like, I've been calling it season 8 this whole time.
No, it is season 8. Sorry, my bad. When she like is just very dismissive of Gabby at that house party. Yeah, that was like a shit moment, but I don't think she's a shit person. Like it wasn't. I feel like Lindsay's had way worse moments collectively than Danielle. Yeah. I think to me, Danielle just comes across as she came out of a breakup with her long-term boyfriend, Robert. She was very much like, I'm single, just trying to pick up the pieces kind of thing. And she's trying to navigate being single in her 30s. And she's putting all of her eggs into her founder app thing. I just felt like she was kind of just in her own little world a little bit. And I think she'd also removed herself maybe emotionally from it, given the huge arguments that she was having with Lindsay and Carl in season 7.
Yeah, like I get it. I was going to say something, but it's totally left my brain. To me, she just wasn't really entertaining. Like, she didn't add value.
I think that comes from the fact that she wasn't she was there, but she wasn't 100% present. Yeah. She was doing her own thing.
Yeah, 100%. But I totally get why her and Lindsay are friends. I get why they get along.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I really felt for her with like the whole Lindsay friendship thing. Like I really did, because I could see Danielle's side of it. Yeah. And I felt really bad for her because she was trying to explain her feelings about the whole situation. And Lindsay just didn't get it. Nah. She didn't get it. She didn't read it, but yeah. I am so excited for season 9 though. But yeah. So I don't think season 9 there's going to be a huge hole with Danielle not there, unfortunately.
It'll be interesting to see who fills her spot though.
Yes. I loved that they brought in 2 guys in season 7, and I hope that, so what did that make it? It made it Jesse, Kyle, West, and then Carl. So 4. They have to keep that number of men. I actually think that should be the group of men.
Yeah.
Right? And then women-wise, so then it would be Lindsay, Amanda, Paige, Sierra, and Gabby, wouldn't it? I almost think they need to bring in one more guy.
Yeah, agreed.
It needs to be a guy.
Agreed. I feel like because Carl and Lindsay are going to have a weird dynamic.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll be interesting to see how they like interact with a newbie.
Yeah, even amongst themselves. I don't think that there's any vibes of not either of them not returning.
No, they would have said something by now.
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah.
And also, like, neither of them don't really do anything else.
No, it's like their whole thing. They've been there since day one.
It's their jam. Yeah.
I would actually be devastated if them or Kyle or Amanda left, because they've all been there since day one. And I think what makes the show, as much as like the new people bring so much to each season, having a core group of people who've been there since day one
through it all, yeah,
I really enjoy that. So yeah, but we'll see. What would you do if they announced that Craig was filling?
Who the fuck is Craig?
Paige's boyfriend.
Oh, Craig doesn't really do much for me either. I'll be real.
I don't think it's enough for him to be full time.
No, and I feel like he's got too much going on that like he wouldn't be able to do full time there anyway.
I agree. There was a period.
He's got a cushion business to run.
There was a period there where I really wanted him and Austin to be on Summer House full time. I feel like that boat though has that ship has sailed with Austin. It would be weird now for them to bring him in.
Who's
full-time.
Austin?
He was in Winter House. So you've got to go back. Him and Sierra had a thing in Winter House season 1.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I feel like that could have been a thing, but that ship has sailed. I actually miss Luke, believe it or not. As weird as Luke is.
Who's Luke?
He was the lumberjack one.
Nah, I don't think I watched that one.
You need to go back, dude.
Yeah.
So there's that.
What is this?
Did you have anything pop culture wise?
Fucking dirty nose. No, not really.
You did.
I've got Clinton Kane and...
Yeah, that's pop culture.
Yeah, but I've already forgot what the story is.
I'll tell it for everyone.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
So...
Everyone, listen up.
So, Brooke Schofield is an American YouTuber based in LA. She's famously like best friends with Tana Mojo, who's a huge YouTuber and has been for 10 years.
They have a podcast.
They have a podcast together called The Cancelled Podcast. They've just been on like tours and stuff. They're huge, right? Particularly if you're into that American YouTuber space. So I've watched Tana since day one and I love Brooke, like obsessed. So 2 years ago now, Brooke was dating this musician. His name's Clinton Kane. I can't remember the song. Let me Google it. The song that he's most famous for.
He claimed to be Australian.
Yeah, so he claimed to be... So he's from, like, he said that he was from
Perth.
No, but he said, I don't think it was clear whether he was like born in Australia. I don't think he ever claimed to be born in Australia.
Right.
But he definitely lived in Australia for a long period of time. Like grew up in Australia. And then his whole family had died, essentially. Like his mum, his brother, and his dad had all died in a short span of time. So one of his most famous songs is called Chicken Tendies, and I Guess I'm in Love. You would definitely recognize this music. So him and Brooke Schofield started dating. Anyway, it was only like a 3-month relationship, but Brooke uncovered really quickly that he'd lied about everything.
Yeah.
Lied about being Australian. His accent was fake. Lied about his mum and brother having passed.
Mm-hmm.
His dad was real though. and just lied about so much and was also so manipulative. Like Brooke wasn't able, like he wouldn't let Brooke like leave him and things like that, and would just throw tantrums and things like that. And this is something that Brooke has spoken about openly on Cancelled and on social media and on other podcasts as well. She's talked about it on Just Trish. Like I feel like particularly in the last maybe year, she's talked about it a lot, like spoken about how he lied a lot. And everyone knew who like she was talking about, but it's never reached the masses. And then recently, Clinton Kane posted a TikTok of him. It was to his new song, like he's promoting his new song, and he said something like, when the relationship ended 2 years ago, but she won't stop yapping. It was about Brooke Schofield constantly talking about it, and as she should, right?
Yeah,
as she should.
Call
that
out
is
the bullshit.
If you go through something like that, I feel like you are free to talk about what you go through and what you experience to any lengths, right? So she then responded with a 12 or 13 part TikTok series mimicking the Who the Fuck Did I Marry series. Yeah. And she went into depth. I've never seen her go into this much depth about the story before. And it went mega viral. Yeah. And now it's reached the masses. Even so many people in Australia, influencers included. Like I've seen Abby Chatfield talk about this, being like, I was on commercial radio and I don't know who the fuck Clinton Kane is. So
good for her.
No, I think good for her. And then people wrote a story about it, and they got comment from Clinton Kane's people. Let me get, and he made this one fucking statement, and trying to be a dick. Here, let me get it.
It's just crazy how like people will tell lie after lie, and like they just think that they're going to get away with it.
Yeah.
And they won't get found out. But then you have to remember all of your lies.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy to me.
But that like they're kind of surface level lies if you think about it. But so in a statement to people, Kane's representative confirmed that Kane and Schofield had a brief 3-month relationship over 2 years ago, and that her recent comments regarding Kane are untrue. This is a quote. The public rehashing of these details is only an attempt to bring attention and focus on Brooke's podcast at the expense of tearing down another former boyfriend, a tactic she's become known for. And that's a dig at the fact that she publicly outed Matt Rife being Matt Rife, like being a dick.
Being a loser.
This is what I have to say to Clinton fucking Kane.
Yeah, let's go.
Right? This is Brooke's story to tell.
Yeah.
As much as it is his, this is Brooke's story to tell.
Yeah.
I truly believe that if she wants to fucking talk about it on every platform and monetize the shit out of it, be my guest.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Who gives a fuck if she is using this story to promote her profile, to build more of an audience, to get more listeners, whoever, right? Which they don't really need to do. They're a fucking huge podcast. And tearing down another former boyfriend. The only men she's torn down on that podcast are people who are fucking cunts.
Yeah, like, sorry, but if you're doing someone dirty, that person has every single right to rip you a new fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like you did the act, so suffer when people call you out on it. Like, I don't understand.
You had so many opportunities to backtrack on your lies and be like, oh, yeah, I lied, and like reverse it all. But I think it's also the fact that he continues to lie.
It's too far gone now.
Yeah. And now you're an idiot, because now you've got all of Australia ripping shreds on you, being like, never fucking heard of this man, never seen this man in my life.
So embarrassing.
His Australian accent does not sound Australian. It sounds American.
So embarrassing.
And also, like, the man's busted.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it. The man's busted.
Like, sorry, dude was absolutely batting above his average with Brooke.
Yeah.
And the fact, and like, she also found out that he was cheating on her like the whole entire time that they were together.
How that man
like so many people, like he was cheating on her with so many people. So that's
he managed to pull that over.
Absolutely insane.
Yes. So we're boycotting Clinton Kane. I don't think I've ever listened to his music. But
no,
still.
Absolutely not. Like, sorry, but yeah, if you're a shit person, then
yeah, facts.
And people know it. Well, like,
I saw someone on the Cancelled tour like this year, Brooke brought out all these girls that she'd met through like the Matt Rife scenario, and she brought them out on stage.
Iconic.
I saw a TikTok today where someone was saying she should bring out Clinton Kane's mum and brother on stage onto it. And yeah, facts. I'll donate $2 to that cause.
Absolutely.
I think she should do it.
Great content.
She should make merch out of it. She should tour off of it. I want her now more than ever to monetize the fuck out of this story.
Yeah.
Purely just to piss him off.
Yeah, 100%.
And also, isn't he making songs about, like, isn't that the same thing?
Yeah, and also, like, you're profiting, you're using Brooke talking about your situation to market your new material. So, like, pot calling the kettle black. Like, if you shut the fuck up and you just did your own thing and didn't try to, like, bring her down while you were doing it, none of it would have fucking come out.
Yeah,
she would have kept quiet and she would have just, like, said her little bits here and there.
Facts.
What did you think was going to fucking happen?
Don't come for my girly pop.
Loser.
What else did we have? So, everyone knows that I was listening to this podcast series by Channel 9 or 9 News, whoever, called The Missing Campus Trial.
Yeah. Give it to me.
Oh my God. So, this week, the verdict, the jury came to...
really this week?
I think it was this week.
Wow. This week's gone on for fucking forever.
It was at the start of the week, though. The jury came to a verdict. So, just to quickly summarize, so the Missing Campus Trial was the court case about Greg Lynn, who had allegedly killed Carol Clay and Russell Hill out camping in Victoria. So, the theory was, like, presented by the prosecution, that Russell Hill had got into an argument with Greg Lynn about Russell Hill's use of drones, and Greg Lynn going hunting too close to the campsite, right? And so allegedly Greg Lynn shot Russell Hill and then shot Carol Clay, killing them. Whereas Greg Lynn's version of events was that they got into an argument. Russell Hill went and took his gun to hand it into police, and then Greg Lynn went to grab the gun off of him. They got into a fight over the gun. The gun went off, shot Carol Clay, and then Russell Hill went at him with a knife and fell on his own knife, right?
Yeah.
Now, the bit that wasn't disputed, like Greg Lynn admitted to this, was he'd taken their bodies, disposed of them.
He moved the bodies.
Yeah, and disposed of them, the whole thing, right? So the jury came to their conclusion, and the verdict was that Greg Lynn has been found guilty of the murder of Carol Clay, but not Russell Hill.
That is crazy to me.
I have a theory. This is why I think that's the case.
Yeah.
So, although there was evidence, certain levels of evidence, and obviously he'd admitted to what had happened after the murders, the prosecution's account of what happened was a theory based on probability and circumstance. Yeah. Right? There was no, in my opinion, based on the evidence presented, it wasn't this absolutely happened based on this evidence. It was this is what is likely to have happened, and this is likely to have not happened because of X, Y, and Z, right? So if I was on that jury, I could understand them being there is room for reasonable doubt.
Right.
And so the whole thing is you have to convict them beyond reasonable doubt. So my theory is that the jury didn't feel like they could convict him beyond reasonable doubt, and that's why they found him not guilty of the murder of Russell Hill. That doesn't mean that the jury doesn't believe that he is responsible for Russell Hill's death. It's just he's not guilty for murder.
To manslaughter?
Potentially. But they can't be he's not guilty of this, but we're going to convict him of this. It has to be a yes or no on the one thing.
Yeah, right. It just rocks me that he was guilty of murder of one and not the other when they both happened at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess, it comes down to evidence, I guess.
Yeah.
And if there wasn't enough evidence of him murdering the guy, then.
Crazy outcome.
Yeah.
It's absolutely wild. And I didn't see it being that wasn't even in my mind of what could have happened. But ever since the verdict has come out, I've only read a few stories, but there's been so much more that's come out since then, which couldn't have come out during the court case because they feared that it would have swayed the jury in the thing. So apparently Greg Lynn had an ex-wife who died in 1999 and she died of like an alcohol drug overdose in the front yard of their home.
Oh.
And police at the time felt like Greg Lynn may have been responsible, but there wasn't enough evidence to like pursue it. So now they're trying to reopen that case, and because they feel like they have more evidence now off the back of this to them. I don't fucking know. I should have read the whole article. Not gonna lie. So that's crazy. And then there was another article where they released the phone recordings that the police had obtained for this trial, which I just found was interesting. It wasn't anything crazy. It was a lot of him just like talking to himself. It was kind of weird.
Me.
But the ex-wife thing is wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I can totally see
that's suspicious.
That really would have swayed the jury.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if they are able to drum up something and if that does become a court case.
Has he had sentencing yet?
No, not yet. Yeah. Not that I believe.
Yeah.
So
interesting. Speaking of sentencing, Julian Assange is free.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? What a like anticlimactic end to that saga that's been going on since the dawn of time.
The Julian Assange story has honestly, I feel like my whole life.
Yeah.
I've been talking about how Julian Assange has been
ever since I've been able to have a thought.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just been chilling in that embassy.
Yeah. I didn't like him dying was never on my radar. Like
what do you mean him dying?
Like I just mean that when you think of
he's going to live forever.
Assange,
yeah.
He was just always going to be hiding from
I
the
didn't
US.
ever think there would be an end to it, but then I like pop open my news app and it's like Julian Assange free man.
And what do you mean it was that easy? After all this time?
Yeah, he was just like, okay, yeah, I did it. Sorry. And they're like, that's all we wanted.
And they were like, bet.
You've done your time. Off you go.
Thank you.
Off you go.
Imagine bumping into him at Marion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know, to be honest.
Random. So crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, he did something with WikiLeaks. I can't really tell you much more than that.
So he is the founder of WikiLeaks. And
he leaked documents or something.
Yeah, so someone gave him documents.
About naughty stuff that the government did.
What did Julian... Yeah.
Because, someone gave him documents and then he released it, but then the person that gave him the documents, like, went to, like, Guantanamo Bay and shit.
Yeah.
And so he, like, that person copped all the flack, whereas Julian Assange just was chilling in his embassy.
Here we go. He published US military information about the war in Afghanistan and Iraq through his media organization called WikiLeaks. Assange was charged for conspiring with Chelsea Manning, who was a US Army intelligence analyst at the time, to publish military documents on the website.
Wild.
The most well-known would be a classified video showing a US helicopter attack that killed 12 people in Baghdad, Iraq in 2007. Manning sent more than 700,000 documents, videos, diplomatic cables, and battlefield accounts to WikiLeaks. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it was like espionage or something, whatever the fuck that is. Espionage is such a cool word, though.
Sounds like spy stuff.
Like espionage.
Espionage.
Oh my god, we did an escape room last night.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, we did for my sister's birthday. We did this escape room in Adelaide.
That was espionage. And it was an FBI themed one. So we were trying to we had to defuse a bomb for the president. In the president's Oval Office.
Dude, we got it. We had 11 minutes remaining.
Yeah, we had so much time. And there were 2 people in the group that were like, what were they? They were like,
traitors. We were Julian Assange.
Yeah, we were the traitors. And like we had name tags given to us, like identity cards at the beginning. And there was like a clue and it was like 2 of you are traitors in the group, figure out who it is. Of course it's fucking me and Caitlin, isn't it? We're doing the Spider-Man meme.
Do you know what? And it would be. But we did so well.
Yeah.
I feel like not to toot my own
No,
horn.
you were on the money.
I was really good.
You and Jamie were on it like you both of you could have done it by yourself.
I was really good at figuring out how the puzzle had to be solved, and then Jamie would solve it.
Yeah.
And then Dad's only like help was being able to do maths.
Yeah.
And then you were able to fix my fuck ups.
Yep.
Because I like was saying that this thing didn't work on a lock, and Danika was like, "It did.
You've got it on the wrong side, doll."
Fucked it up. No, we killed it, dude.
Yeah.
And then you helped with like the bomb at the end. You single-handedly defused the bomb. Really.
What can I say?
Sorry, that was just. It was such a good dub.
Yeah. I want to try an expert one. I feel like we could do it.
Yeah. Same. I reckon we could do it. So, have you watched anything this week?
I watched a bit of the first episode of that Hitler series.
Same.
Really interesting. I didn't realize he fought in the First World War.
Neither. I didn't know
which
that.
makes sense because like timeline wise, like he would have been of age to enlist. I don't know. I
didn't realize he did either.
Yeah.
That was quite interesting.
And how he's not actually German.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
So yeah, that is there's a new doco. What is it? Hitler.
Evil on Trial.
Yeah. Yes. Hang on, Evil. It's on Netflix. It's been out for a while now.
Yeah, and it pretty much just like steps through like Hitler's upbringing and like how he came to be the person that he was, and then it goes up to the Nuremberg trials.
Yes. Yeah.
And like how his inner circle, how that went through.
Yeah, so the synopsis is a chronicle of Hitler's ascent to power, his regime's use of propaganda, censorship, and anti-Semitic policies, as well as the eventual downfall of the Nazi leadership. The other thing that I didn't realise, I've only watched, I think, one episode, is how rife anti-Semitism
anti-Semitism,
was throughout Germany and Europe pre-Hitler's rise. Like, it was just a thing. Like, people were very against other cultures and other religions.
It's crazy.
Everyone was in their own little...
But, like, why? Like, they kind of just graze over it, but it's so interesting to me.
Yeah, people are a bit fucking weird. I think it does come to an education thing. Like, as society evolves, we become more educated, and that, I think, is the foundation for people to just... for us to squash that. I'd hope so. Have you watched anything else?
No.
Okay, so I've continued watching Presume.
Actually, stop. Me now. I have watched the show and I don't think anyone's actually watched it ever before.
Oh, okay.
And it's crazy. It's fun. It's different. It's called Criminal Minds.
Correct.
Yeah.
That must be new. I've never heard of it.
It's like fucking 17 seasons or something. I have never watched an episode of Criminal Minds in my life before this week. It is so much fun.
You loving it?
Loving it.
Okay.
I love criminal profiling. My favorite thing is like trying to figure out the kind of person that they're looking for, and I'm wrong every single time. Every single time.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, I love it. And it's like a different case every time. Like there's bombers, there's serial killers, there's rapists, there's kidnappers. It's everything. I'm obsessed. I love it. I would be terrible in the FBI.
I feel like you would be good. Like you'd warm yourself up to it and then you'd be quite good.
No, I feel like I'm not serious enough.
I feel like you don't back yourself enough. That's your one thing. You question yourself.
Yeah, I do. All the time.
Yeah.
You can't do that if you're in the FBI.
You can't. No. You have to be cocky.
You got to shoot now and ask questions later. You know what I mean?
I mean, not wrong.
Anyway, yeah, that's what I've been watching. So I'm about 10 years behind, but I'll catch up eventually.
I've been watching...
I just don't watch anything current.
Yeah, you're against current things.
No.
I've been watching the new episodes of Presumed Innocent, which I talked about last week.
Yep.
Still great.
Still good.
It's getting better.
Is he naughty?
What do you mean?
Is he the one that did it?
Well, you don't know yet.
Oh, you don't know yet.
You
Do you
don't
reckon
know.
he is?
Nah.
Really?
I don't think he is. I just feel like, nah. Like,
It's
you
too
can't come in.
obvious.
Yeah, it's too obvious. I don't think he is. I also watched 3/4 of America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders on Netflix. Because everyone's talking about it. Easy watch. It follows the recruitment process for the 2023 squad. And it goes into the ins and outs of the process. My big takeaway from this was how intense cheerleading is. In America.
There's no way I could fucking do that shit.
It's so intense. And the other takeaway is like, also, I know religion is huge in America, but just, you know,
Dallas
when it comes back up, I'm like, whoa, that's
a lot.
This one girl, she's like, and I love her. She's like the sweetest on there. Her name's Reese. She's very religious. And she's like, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for him.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, it's a lot. And
always leave room for Jesus.
Facts. That's why we can't have a guest.
No.
Because we got to leave room for Jesus between us.
No, yeah. So true.
So everyone's raving about it. Everyone's obsessed with the routines.
I think we should try to learn it.
I think I would die.
I reckon I could do it. I've not seen it. How hard can it?
My new favorite thing.
I can't even finish this.
My new favorite thing is like we've always like joked that we could not joked, but like we're dead ass. We could kick a goal from the 50 meter line.
I almost bought us a footy today.
From the 50 meter line, we could do it, right? Nothing brings me more joy than saying that to men.
Yeah.
And them go,
yeah, they actually arc the fuck up.
They're like, oh, you gotta do it!
They whip out a blackboard and they're writing down why I can't do it.
They actually combust.
Literally. Like that, their head looks like a Snickers bar because the veins are just protruding.
Do you know what's crazy? Is their argument immediately turns misogynistic.
Yeah.
No, women could not kick a ball 50
no
meters.
Way you
there
could
is
kick from
no
a 50 meter
way
line.
a woman could kick a ball 50 meters.
Excuse
Bitch,
me?
watch me.
I reckon we could... No, okay.
I think we should train. We're going to get Tom to train us.
Yeah. I've never kicked a footy in my life, but...
We're going to get Tom to train us.
If a man can do it, why can't I?
We can do it. We can do it. We just don't know it
50
yet.
meters isn't that far, dog.
We've only got to do it once.
You know how light a football is?
So light.
You know how much meat is on my thigh?
Yeah.
There's a lot of drive. There's a lot of power.
Nice. They didn't give me rugby player legs for no reason.
Case in point.
Yeah. So we're going to train for this and we're going to fucking film it and we're going to... Yeah.
Look at me, built like a brick, and then look at the man that's telling me I can't do it, looking like fucking the cross between a lizard and a cockroach.
We're going to do it. The more men say we can't do it, the more I'm going to do it. The last thing I've watched, everyone, I'll shut up in a minute.
No, you won't.
I have to because this roast, I've got to go home and deal with this roast. Is I've been watching Dark Matter.
Yes.
On Apple TV. I've pushed through.
The people playing at home, we had this as part of our book club. For the people playing at home, we used to have a book club. We've done so many things. Anyway, that was one of our book club picks. I didn't finish reading it.
We told everyone we did.
I think Nikki finished it and she ended up telling me what happened so that I could pretend that I read it.
We told the book club that we'd finished it.
Yeah. So, sorry guys.
This is our outing. We didn't finish it.
Anyway, are you enjoying it?
So...
It's a no.
No, it's definitely...
It's a no.
Look, it's not my favourite thing that I've ever watched, but it is so much easier to understand when you're watching it versus reading it.
Yeah.
And I think now that I've got past kind of where I was up to in the book, and it's like, which is a pivotal moment, and it's starting to speed up, I'm like, okay, I can push through this.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to go back and watch it again.
No.
It's not going to be in my top 5 things that I recommend to people.
Okay, so I'm not going to watch it.
No, I don't think you'll like it. You do have to be paying attention.
I like to think that I would like a sci-fi series, but I just don't know if I'm mentally there.
Yeah, okay. So, like, I think my dad would really enjoy this. So, for those who don't know, Dark Matter is based on a book by Blake Crouch, and the synopsis is an expert in astrophysics sheds light on a topic of dark matter, which has been one of the primary mysteries in modern physics. So, I don't understand the details of it, and they explain it to you, and I just have to gloss over it, right?
You disassociate the minute anyone.
I just dumb it down.
Something.
I have to dumb it down in my brain.
Yeah.
Essentially, this astrophysicist, right? He has this idea for something sciencey, right? But he doesn't go through with it.
Yeah.
Then one night he gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
And he wakes up in what he realizes is an alternate reality.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, him point two from that alternate reality had actually solved the science thing that he'd been wanting to solve, and that sciencey thing is what's enabled him to go to universe 1.
It's like Doctor Strange, like the second one, where he goes to the different realities, the different dimensions or whatever, and he meets the different versions of himself.
It's kind of like that, but the first version of him doesn't realize what's going on at first, and so he's really fucking confused as to what's going on. Everyone in that universe is confused as to why he's confused about himself, and version 2 of him is being a menace. So it's got 81% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's crazy.
I don't know if it deserves that, but look, it's interesting. If you're a real sciencey person, I think you'll love this, and like sci-fi person. I think it's just scraping the barrel in terms of like people like me being able to watch it and understand. So, yeah, it's not bad. There's not many episodes, and I'm halfway through it. I may as well fucking finish it now. I think it's like 6 episodes.
Facts.
But that's all I've been watching. Twisters comes out real soon.
And so does that horror movie.
Long Legs or whatever it is. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, I sent you a thing today, apparently, and to be honest, I've seen this before, so I'm like hesitant to believe it. It's apparently like the scariest horror film of all time. It has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So the synopsis is FBI agent Lee Harker is assigned to an unsolved serial killer case that takes an unexpected turn, revealing evidence of the occult.
I love everything about that.
Harker discovers a personal connection to the killer and must stop him before he strikes again. No offense.
I love that.
That kind of fucking slaps.
That's everything I want in a film.
My only thing is like the higher the rating on Rotten Tomatoes, the worse I know it is.
No, I reckon it'll be good.
I never agree with Rotten Tomatoes. Ever. But no, we need to see that. We need to see Twisters. I think that's it that's coming out that we need to see. So, we also have had someone flag with us. There's a trial going on in the States at the moment, the Karen Reed case.
Yeah, we're going to read up on that and report back next week. Apparently
everyone's talking about it. We're going to read up on it and we'll come back to you next week, like Danika said, because we don't know enough just yet to comment on it, but it looks juicy. Crazy stuff. So yeah, that's everything I had. Did I have any like admin to talk about? I don't think so.
Oh, we would both like to say, actually, now that you talk about admin, a huge thank you to everyone that has made a purchase on our merch so far.
Yes.
Everyone who's even thought about putting in an order.
This is what you're going to get, my dude.
Truly. I know that Cosy Lives is ripping everyone a new asshole. So the fact that you're wanting to purchase these honestly means the world.
Yes, we do appreciate it a lot.
I'm not disclosing how many times I've cried thinking about it.
No.
So thank you. Appreciate genuinely every fucking single one of you that listens to us yap. Even if it's only a couple of times.
Not even my dad will listen because he's like, I lived through it. Why would I have to listen to it again?
Well,
facts.
Stop being a hater.
But we are already working on some exciting new designs.
Yes.
Which tie into something that we're very passionate about.
Yeah, period.
And I'm actually, so everyone I've shown these to has loved these designs.
I think the girly pops are going to love it.
I'm very excited. I think we should release them around August.
Yeah, agreed.
So, yes, keep an eye out for that. That's very exciting. But otherwise, if you have bought merch, be sure to show us you rocking it.
Yeah, if you've made the purchase this week, you should hopefully have it
It should get
in the next week or
this
so.
week, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should get printed this week at the latest, early next week. But yes, no, thank you again so much. We honestly, thank you. I don't know what to say. Like, just thank you.
Yeah, big fat forehead kisses for every one of you, beautiful people.
Facts.
Have the best week.
Have the best week. I gotta go and check on my roast.
Thanks for joining us,
and we'll see you the following week. How exciting!
Hell yeah! From the top.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.